Aren't we all tired of career politicians with the wrong priorities? Instead of the same old political hacks, Houston needs a selfless leader.
Mayoral candidate Lee Kaplan taking an undeniable punch at the two frontrunners, and he's hardly the only candidate who's dishing out some negativity during the stretch run. Check this ad from Sheila Jackson Lee.
Every day, another shooting. And the NRA's aces John Whitmire and Greg Abbott made it worse, voting for more guns in our schools and streets.
Okay, as someone who has covered John Whitmire since 1990, I can say he has pretty ferociously fought for nearly all Democratic priorities while at the same time taking pragmatic positions on crime reduction while serving as the longtime chairman of the Senate Criminal Justice Committee, a position he's retained under a Republican majority, mostly due to respect. Panel, that's not an endorsement, that's just the record. That's the record.
Yeah, that's true.
What? What are you laughing at?
Well, it's very difficult for anyone to stay in power when you're not a part of the party that's leading it unless they align with you. It's very challenging to keep chairmanships for that. So, you know, I'm not, look, like Marcus, my gun-toting friend, love the NRA and all that, and that's all fine and dandy, but you can't stay in those political seats if you don't align with the people that are in charge. So that's all I'm saying. But let me tell you, this is political season. You're going to get negative ads. This ain't new news. We have this is a...
But isn't it our job to call them out when they're demonstrably inaccurate?
Absolutely. Oh, my God,
and
yes.
Did you think that Sheila's... Did you think that Sheila's ad was accurate?
Nope.
That he was an ally of the NRA and the governor?
Nope. Nope.
The governor, I don't know. I know nobody he got as an ally other than Holly.
Well,
but anyway, he don't really got no allies. So
I was surprised that Sheila didn't do an ad with Dan Patrick in it. I think that's what's coming.
Yeah.
Because Abbott is inaccurate, and it's not. It tells the story Sheila's trying to tell that Whitmire is a candidate of the right. That's their message. She's sending. I got those messages when I was watching the impeachment trial.
Whitmire has already spoken that he is depending on getting Republican votes.
No,
so no. He has said that he's the one in the middle that can work with both sides, and he wants their support. And he wants their support. Don't give me that. When you want somebody supporting you running for office, you want their vote. Okay, he wants their support. And so, and he has been given money. And that I don't have a problem with that. That is what's wrong with this country, in my opinion. A divided house cannot stand. You're going to have to work with each other's side. Like Gary just said, if I agree with you on some things, not all things, maybe we can work together. But Whitmire has no problem admitting he's taking money from Republican donors.
Let somebody else talk here. Holly?
To suggest that John Whitmire is aligned with the NRA is pretty ludicrous.
Yeah.
Okay,
they gave him an
definitely not. Just because politicians sometimes work across the aisle on some issues is not. It's saying that to say Whitmire's aligned with Abbott is also ludicrous.
Yeah.
I get all of his press releases. I see everything he's putting out there. It's very much catering to the Democrat Party and their policy positions. He is tougher on crime. He does have a more common sense approach to the crime issues, but I would hardly call him, an Abbott ally.
Right. I've also heard Sheila Jackson Lee's stump issues where she talks about her speeches, talks about working across the aisle. Real quickly, Marcus, 15 seconds. Any thoughts?
This aisle talk, listen, Houston is a great city with a vast amount of potential. We need to be talking about how to move the city forward in a positive direction. We need to be talking about the potential and the opportunities in the city and not talking about political scandals and that's tired. And that's why we are where we are.